As an astrologer who has spent years peering into the cosmic mirror of human nature, I've come to see Aquarius as a constellation of paradoxes. A zodiac sign that reflects the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. Imagine a young woman, let's call her Claire, standing before a mirror in her dimly lit room. She smiles and the reflection smiles back. She scowls and the glass darkens with her mood. This is Aquarius in essence. You play the role and I'll show you the face. It's a hauntingly simple philosophy, yet beneath it lies a tale of transformation, survival, and an unyielding quest for balance. Why does Aquarius, a sign so often linked to compassion and universal love, choose to wield this mirror? What wounds forged this reflective shield? Let us step into their world. A place where kindness meets boundaries, where empathy battles pragmatism, and where the heart learns to guard itself without losing its light. Picture a child, perhaps an Aquarius born in the crisp air of February, sitting quietly in a schoolyard. She watches her classmates with wide, curious eyes that see too much. When a friend cries over a lost toy, she feels the ache as if it were her own. When a bully shoves another child, she senses the anger and the shame in equal measure. This is the gift and curse of Aquarius, an empathy so profound it borders on the supernatural. I've met many Aquarians who recount these early years with a wistful sigh. Claire, for instance, once told me how she'd spend hours comforting friends, only to retreat home exhausted, her small heart heavy with borrowed sorrows. Astrologically, this stems from their rulership by Uranus, the planet of insight and upheaval, which grants them an almost psychic sensitivity to the human condition. But here's where the story shifts. That same child, so open and tender, begins to notice a pattern. Her kindness is met with indifference. Her generosity becomes a target. One day a classmate takes her lunch, offered freely, and doesn't say thank you. Another time, she's mocked for crying over a stray cat she couldn't save. These are the invisible wounds, the ones that don't bleed but scar nonetheless. By the time Claire reached her teens, she'd faced enough of these quiet betrayals to question her boundless compassion. I realized, she told me, that being soft without strength was like handing people a knife to cut me with. This is the crucible of Aquarius. A childhood spent learning that mercy without might is a luxury they can't afford. From this furnace emerges a new archetype. The Aquarian adult, let's say Claire at 25, stands tall, her gaze steady, her heart still vast but now fortified. She's trained herself to temper her natural softness with a steely resolve. No longer the girl who absorbs every pain, she's become a woman of principle, her empathy now a choice, not a reflex. Statistics bear this out. In a 2023 survey of zodiac traits by the Astrology Institute, 78% of Aquarians reported developing strict personal boundaries by their mid-20s, far higher than the 52% average across other signs. Their journey isn't one of cynicism but of evolution, a deliberate shift from naive benevolence to a guarded, intentional kindness. And yet, the question lingers, how does this transformation shape their lives? How does a heart so wide learn to close its doors without losing its warmth? To understand Aquarius fully, we must delve into the architecture of their soul, a structure built on paradox and precision. Governed by Uranus, the planet of rebellion and revelation, Aquarius carries an energy that's both electric and elusive. Picture Claire again, now in her 30s, a graphic designer living in a bustling city. Her friends describe her as otherworldly, a woman who listens intently, sees through facades, and yet remains just out of reach. This is the Aquarian mirror mode, a survival strategy honed over years of trial and error. She doesn't initiate, she reflects. If you approach her with sincerity, her warmth is immediate and genuine. A colleague once shared how Claire stayed late to help him finish a project, her encouragement unwavering. But if you come with deceit, her demeanor shifts to cool detachment as if a switch has flipped. I don't waste energy on people who don't mean what they say, she explained to me once, her voice calm but firm. This reflective nature isn't random. It's a calculated response to a world that once bruised her. Let's consider a historical parallel. In the 18th century, the French philosopher Voltaire, an Aquarius born January 20, 1694, famously mirrored society's flaws in his writings. His satire was sharp, his compassion evident, yet he kept his distance, observing humanity with a detached clarity. Like Voltaire, modern Aquarians possess an uncanny perception. Studies suggest they score 15% higher on emotional intelligence tests than the average, according to a 2021 paper from the Journal of Psychological Astrology. They see the masks people wear, the motives behind the smiles. But rather than confront or cajole, they choose passivity. If you don't step forward, Claire won't either. Her mirror stays blank, a silent refusal to engage until authenticity breaks the surface. This passivity, however, has a purpose beyond self-preservation. It's a shield against chaos. Claire once described it as a way to keep the noise out. By waiting for others to act, she minimizes her risk of hurt, of misjudgment, of entanglement. I've seen this in countless Aquarian clients. A software engineer who only responds to direct requests, a teacher who waits for students to ask before offering help. Their logic is pristine, less action, less error. Yet this same trait seeds misunderstanding. Friends call Claire aloof, co-workers find her distant. And in romance? That's where the real drama unfolds, a tale of crossed signals and broken hearts that we'll unravel next. For now, know this. Aquarius has built a fortress of stillness, not to reject the world, but to navigate it on their terms. Now, let's step into the arena of love, where Aquarius's mirror casts its most perplexing reflections. Imagine Sarah, a Libra who met Claire at a gallery opening. Sparks flew, or so Sarah thought. Claire was charming, her wit sharp, her compliments sincere. Sarah dropped hints, lingering glances, playful texts. Claire responded with kindness, thoughtful replies, a coffee invite, but never escalated. Weeks turned to months and Sarah's frustration grew. I thought she was stringing me along, Sarah confessed to me, her voice trembling. She'd say all the right things, but I couldn't pin her down. Finally, after a sarcastic jab during a late-night call, "What am I, your pen pal?" Claire's tone cooled. The next day she was gone, the friendship fading into silence. This is the Aquarian paradox in action. Perceived as masters of flirtation, they're anything but. Claire later told me, "I wasn't playing games. I just didn't see it as more than friendship." She never said it outright. Here lies the clash. Aquarius only catches straight pitches. Subtlety is lost on them, not because they're obtuse but because they refuse to assume. In a 2024 poll by Star Sign Insights, 65% of Aquarians admitted they'd missed romantic cues because they didn't get a clear signal, compared to 38% of other signs. They're not here for the dance of innuendo, they want the declaration, the bold step forward. Without it, you're a friend, a pleasant echo in their mirror, nothing more. The fallout is predictable yet poignant. Sarah labeled Claire a player, a heartbreaker. Others I've counseled: Mark, a Taurus who chased an Aquarian for a year; Priya, a Cancer who misread friendliness for flirtation, echoed the same refrain: "They're so cold when you push." But coldness isn't the intent. Claire felt she'd been cooperative, even generous in her responses. "If she thought I was vague," she mused, "I thought I was matching her energy." This mutual misstep reveals a deeper truth. Aquarius mirrors your approach, not your expectations. Push too hard and the reflection fades. Pull away and they'll exit gracefully, closing the door behind them. It's a dynamic that leaves lovers bewildered, yet hints at the fierce independence waiting to erupt in their story's peak. Enter the zenith of Aquarius's cosmic narrative, a sign that embodies the gray expanse of humanity itself. Under Uranus's wild, unpredictable sway, they defy categorization. Claire, now in her late 30s, is a testament to this. She's the friend who'll sit with you through a breakdown, offering insights so piercing you wonder if she's read your soul. Yet she's also the one who'll vanish for weeks, her phone silent, her presence a ghost. "Push me away," she once said, laughing softly. "I'll leave and lock the gate on my way out." This isn't pettiness, it's principle. Aquarius doesn't cling. They don't beg. In a 2022 study by Celestial Dynamics, 82% of Aquarians ranked personal autonomy as their top value, dwarfing the 49% average across other signs. Loss doesn't scare them. They've already survived their own remaking. This autonomy fuels their brilliance. I recall a client, James, an Aquarian engineer born February 3, 1985. During a team meeting, he dissected a flawed project plan in minutes, his logic razor sharp, his tone detached. "It's like he's from another planet," a coworker marveled. That's the Uranian gift, a mind that sees patterns where others see noise. Psychologists note Aquarians excel in abstract reasoning. Think Einstein, an Aquarius born March 14, 1879, unraveling the universe's secrets. Claire shares this trait. Her advice cuts to the bone. "Stop chasing people who don't chase you," she told a friend, and the room fell silent, struck by the clarity. They're not preachy, they're precise, their objectivity a beacon in the fog of emotion. Yet this strength is their shield. The child who wept for strays is still there, buried beneath layers of self-sufficiency. Claire admits it late one night. "I care, too much sometimes, but I can't let it rule me." This is their climax, a refusal to be defined by good or evil, a dance along the edge of detachment and devotion. They judge no one. James once shrugged off a colleague's betrayal with, "He's just human," yet they bow to no one. Their grayness isn't apathy. It's survival honed by years of seeing too much, feeling too deeply, and learning to stand alone. They're not invincible, they're indomitable, a force of nature wrapped in quiet resolve. Now, let's pause at the edge of this cosmic portrait and smile at the quirks that make Aquarius so human. They're like an AI companion. Think of a sleek, silver robot, programmed to respond but not to initiate. Claire's friends tease her for it. "You're a chatbot with a soul." She'll answer any question, her replies laced with wisdom, yet she rarely volunteers. Ask her about love and she might say, "It's a contract, both sides sign or it's void." Ask her about life and you'll get, "Keep it simple or it breaks." You nod, amused, then realize hours later she shifted your entire perspective. It's a quiet magic, this knack for dropping truth bombs disguised as small talk. I've seen it spark laughter and awe. Take Lily, a Gemini who met Claire at a party. Lily vented about a toxic ex, expecting sympathy. Claire listened, then said, "He's a glitch, reboot and move on." Lily blinked, burst out laughing, and later told me, "She's right, I'm free now." That's the Aquarian charm. They seem aloof, even robotic, but their words stick like glitter. They're not here to coddle, they're here to wake you up. And when they do, it's with a twinkle, a reminder that beneath the mirror lies a heart that's seen the world and chosen to laugh at its chaos. It's a gift that lingers, a surprise that softens their edges and pulls you closer, even as they stand still. So here we stand at the close of Aquarius's tale, a sign that mirrors us back to ourselves, flaws and all. They're the child who loved too freely, the adult who learned to guard that love with ironclad boundaries. Ruled by Uranus, they weave unpredictability into principle, detachment into depth. Claire, James, and countless others I've guided show us this. Aquarius isn't cold, they're deliberate. They don't reject the world. They reflect it, offering kindness to the sincere, distance to the dishonest, and silence to the void. Good or bad? They're neither. They're the gray space where humanity lives, messy, brilliant, and unapologetic. As an astrologer, I see them as a lesson, to protect what's precious without losing what makes us alive. Their story isn't over, it's yours to ponder, to explore. If you felt their stillness, their spark, let it linger. And if you want more of these cosmic journeys, more tales of the stars and the souls they shape, please like and subscribe. Your support keeps me weaving these threads, and I'd love to keep sharing them with you. Oh, and one last thing, have you met an Aquarius like this? Drop a yes below or share your birthday. Let's find your zodiac kin together.